All right. So yesterday, this is where we ended, and today we are going to look at how to texture the bottle and do render settings, and if possible, we can render it today, and then probably add a few assets from um Corona library to it to make it look nice. So um our materials panel is this round circle with an arc beneath it. So you click on it and then you have the material panel. Then on the top we have create, corona, edit, view, select. When you go to create, this is where you find the native um Cinema 4D materials panel. So currently Redshift is part of the native Cinema 4D renderer. So you can use Redshift, and then the normal there is something called standard materials. So they actually began Cinema 4D with standard material, and now they've advanced it to Redshift. So you have all of them there. But since we are we are not using Redshift or standard material, we'll be using Corona. So on top, the next one is Corona. And Corona has a lot of options, which we will just look at the legacy, the second option for the texturing for this one. So, like I was
Mm-hmm.
saying, we are using Corona material, and then when you click on the Corona tab, we have a lot of options depending on what you are texturing, you will use it for. But we are going to focus on legacy material. So when you click on legacy, it creates your first material for you, which is a clay material. Now you have to put in the materials you want to texture the object with. So yesterday we had the bottle having a name on it, which I did in Photoshop. But then but then it needs to have a transparency. So the name actually comes in blue. Then we have a black and white version, which we will put into the transparency to make it look like a PNG, so that we can attach it to the bottle. So you double click on the materials tab. Now we have diffuse, translucency, reflection, refraction, opacity, bump, displacement, volumetrics, self-illumination. When you talk about diffuse is the normal original texture of the material you are going to use. So there is, if it's a cloth, the picture you took of the cloth is what goes into diffuse, and then probably other things comes. But today we are going to look at just diffuse, reflection, and opacity. So the bottle is, I don't know the color. Okay, so oh, should have done this in white. Well, I can save it back since. So I'm going to export the material in black and white, in white. Let me just save it. Now diffuse has texture, and we can either click and drag the material from wherever it is and then come and drop it, or we'll click on this folder and then it will take us to uh, file explorer so that we can look for the material. But I'm just going to click and drag my material. So this is the white PNG I just drop it here. Then it asks certain questions. Um, I haven't even taken my time to really read this, but I usually do yes. Then the next option we are going to use is opacity. So we will check opacity. And then it also has a texture options where we can put the black and white option. So this is when you want to use a logo or a particular design on an object. That is when you will have the black and white version of it.
If yeah, so you can't import like PNG direct.
No,
Oh, okay.
import like I come
Like
again.
like you save the thing PNG and PNG giving you no background in Photoshop. Then you bring it direct.
Oh no, you can't do that. So you have to do a double version of it. If for projects like this that we are going to have the base color which is blue for the bottle and then the white on top of it, that is how you are going to import the material. You have a PNG version, then you have a black and white version.
Okay.
So now we'll also create the color for the bottle, the base. So go back to legacy material, then click on it, double click on it, and then now we go to diffuse. You can either use, if you know the color code, you can key it in and then you can also guess and put in the color. So if there is a color code, you can go to this hex, then you come and drop the color code here. Or you can use any of this to get your color. This is familiar, I think, in Photoshop. So this is it. Now the the bottle is a bit metallic. So we need to achieve that as well. But then first I need to copy this, the hex code, so that I don't miss it. So this is reflection. So reflection will give you um well basically reflections in your texture. But then for you to get the metal feel of it, you come to this part, um the value over here. You come there and then key in. I don't know why they did it that way, but then you key in 99.9. Then now you get this. It is actually a silver metal, but it has a lot of reflections inside it. So we'll come to glossiness, pull the glossiness down, and then we have this. But then we still need to get the blue back. So we'll go and then put the hex number here. Then we have this. So now the first thing we are going to drop on the bottle is the base color, which is the blue. So we'll go and then select, this is the bottle. Let me just rename it. You double click on it, then you can rename from there. So the bottle. So we'll just click and drag and then drop it. You see the arrow pointing down, which means you can drop it. Now the color is dropped. Then we have to also attach the name to the bottle. So with this one, you select the bottle and select some faces on the bottle before you can drop it. So we go to polygon mode. Now I want to select some faces from the front. So hold on shift and then select these two. And then now I will click and drag. This time around, you won't drop it on the bottle. You click and drag and then drop it here. We are not seeing it, so now we have to adjust the name to fit that space. So we'll go to the bottle layer, click on the name, and then we'll use the options in the attributes panel to adjust the name. We have material, the name of the material. Since we've not named it, everything is called legacy. So we can change the name of the material from here. Selection. So we've dropped it on the polygon. So the polygon selection one is what's all appear there. Then we have projection. This is where you can adjust it to fit the size in which you've allocated it for. So we have UVW map. Honestly speaking, I haven't actually looked into the name of these, but then I just will walk through this and see which one will help fit the name on the bottle. But in a quick glance, I will actually go for cube because the shape here looks more like a cube. So I'll go for a cube. Now we are seeing it a bit, but still not visible. There is an option at the top. When we looked at these options, we didn't look at this one. So this one is called texture. When you click on it, it gives you a box. Let me look outside the camera. It gives you a box around the bottle. This box can be scaled in and out. So we can scale it, and then when we are scaling, it is scaling the name down. And then right now, the cube here is in tiles. So obviously it will give you like a lot of them in tiled format. So we can turn off the tile and then reposition it. So we'll go back, look inside the camera, and now we can position the logo or the name on the bottle. We can as well increase the size, and then that is it. So we can go back into polygon mode, just not to mess up the name we've placed there. Now the last thing we are going to do is the cap. So we can just duplicate this one because it's already a metal. Duplicate it. Then go and change the color of the reflection back to white. And then change this one as well. It is it's a metal, but it looks this way because we've not applied it and we've not started rendering. So we just copy this one to drag it onto the cap. You can't see it here, but in the rendering mode, you can see it there. So we can close the materials part. I think now we are done with the texturing so far. So if we have any questions, please, you can ask them.
If you
Yes.
are, you, so from what you are seeing, as in the melting thing on a black background, how is it
Yeah.
going to go so that you only see the text on the body of the container?
But in the viewports, you will see it like this. But in render view, you won't see it like this.
And my second question is, so when you went to where you were doing the texturing thing, please
Hmm.
kindly go back to where,
Yeah.
where you added the materials. Concerning the text thing now is what I'm on.
Hmm.
The text, like the text, the melting. So I realized, so you brought three of the text versions inside that material kind of formation. Is that also?
It's two. So we have diffuse.
Two.
What? Yes, diffuse, which has the
And
P
opacity.
engines.
So opacity is the black and white, and the diffuse is the white.
Yes,
So which means the diffuse is going to be the actual color of the logo
yes,
thing on the
yes,
particular. Okay.
yes,
And so does it mean all the time you have to make sure if it is such a name like that, you have to give it an opacity of a white and black thing?
yes. With Corona, if it was
Oh, okay.
if it was the octane I shared earlier, that one too would
Mhm.
have gone a different route.
Oh, okay. I see. So from a viewport like this, they are going to see it with this black background and the white text itself.
Yeah,
But during the render, it's going to change. Okay.
yes. So at this point, I feel like we can we can do lighting of the scene, then
If you are, um,
yes.
please, the way the camera is positioned, I really like it. I want to ask, is it the default camera position that you are using, or you did a little adjustment?
So yesterday when I brought in the camera, I said I am a fan of telephoto lens. So with my focal length, I
Okay.
changed this from tele.
Okay.
So if you are supposed to give it any other, um, this is actually a prime lens, normal lens. The normal one is a prime lens. So
Okay.
this one
Sure.
has a wider field of view. So this is what I use.
And please, yesterday, um, I think I didn't get how you use this thing the placement kind of tool. Well,
So okay,
mhm,
you select the object you want to use, you want to place, then you go for the
mhm.
place. Now, when you click and drag, it will allow you to place on the surface you want to drop it.
So okay, so which means the whole object is going to be selected first, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Because do you know what I'm looking at? I'm looking
Mm.
from the layer panel side. As I'm seeing that only the subdivision surface is what is highlighted.
So they are children, so automatically when you select that one,
Okay.
everything is above.
So what I think I was doing mistakenly was I was actually selecting this accent. I thought the whole cylinder thing is the bottle. So I click on the cylinder before I will go and find the placement tool, and it wasn't moving, so I was confused.
So the only thing you can do is to merge the layers to become one. But in this case, we've not
Okay.
merged them. They are all separate.
But
I haven't merged
okay,
them because probably maybe we would like to change something, but we can do a
okay,
copy of it. Control click, left
and
click
hide that
and
one.
drag and hide this one. Then we
Yeah.
select this one, then we right click. Then we come to connect object plus delete. So it will connect everything and then make it as one. And
Oh,
then when you
okay.
come to
No,
connect
no, no.
objects, when you come to connect objects, I selected the connect object. It will merge everything for you, but still maintain
I leave.
the
Okay.
the original
The one
version.
where yes. Okay.
But we have already made the copy, so we can just do connect object and then delete. So in this case, you can just even in the viewport, you can just select this and now try and place it.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you. All right. I've gotten it.
okay. So now we will bring in light. If you don't want to mess up the camera position you've done, every time you want to make any movement, you have to look outside the camera, which is clicking this button here. If you mistakenly change the camera position, you can re redo it back by holding Shift and Control plus Z to get the original position back. Shift Control Z. But then if you don't want trouble, you look outside the camera anytime you want to make any adjustments. I think that I don't know which color will fit the background so far. So the camera is kind of in the lines of the camera is kind of interacting with my scene. So I will just hide the camera in viewport by clicking on the top rounded circle. Now we want to bring in lights. Just as in photography, we have photo studios, we have all sort of lights. So at this point, you have to create all the lights that you need inside this scene. So go back to Corona on the menu. Then we look for lights. So Corona lights. The moment you bring the light in, your scene turns like this. So we'll try and position the lights how it will favor us. And then the light also comes with adjustments from the attributes panel. So this is the size of the lights. You can adjust them here. And then the next thing we can look at is intensity of the lights. So at this point, I think that we can do a little bit of render settings and look at what is actually happening. So we'll go to the top, the first camera icon closer to the materials panel. You click on it. I've already set the render engine, which is Corona. So if yours is not selected, you select Corona. Then
Okay.
the resolution is very big for now, so I want to reduce it to like 100.
Okay.
Then I think that will be it for now. So I'll go back and look inside my camera and then go back to Corona on the menu and then select interactive render. So we can work and see the 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 rendering taking place whilst we work. So when we click on it, hmm, I don't know what is happening. Okay, I get it. So the lights the light has a black background and then it is facing direct the bottle. So it is covering the face of the camera. So this is what we can
Oh,
do.
okay.
We'll go to lights, then under it we have these options here. We'll turn off visible direct. Now let me just try and dock this. Now initially when it was turned on, you see the light inside the scene, but then when I turn it off, you can't see it. So we'll
Yeah.
bring back, turn on the camera and see what is happening inside the scene. We want to now adjust the light. So we can't see the light right now. The best thing is to use the quad view to help us see the light and then position it very well. So currently, I need to pull the light back a little. We can't use just one light. So we'll have to duplicate the light. And then every time that we duplicate it, we'll have to, so probably this can be our key light, and we can have other lights, a fill light, and then the rest to make it look better. But then if I want to copy it, click and drag, I now have to come and then probably rotate it. And that is a long way to go. So with the first light, there's something inside the software. When you right click, you can go and get um a um a target. So the bottle will be our target, and then whenever we create a different light, the rotation will be automatic. So from the first option, animation tags, we go for targets, and then in the attributes panel, it is asking what is our target. So we'll drag the bottle inside the target. Now, this is what happens. Are we good?
Yes, yes. I get it now.
Now, this is what happens. If I move it, the light where whichever direction I move it, it's still facing the bottle. So I can make copies of the light, copy it, and when I turn, it's turning in the direction of. So you can see it here as well. And then probably make another copy. And then look inside the camera and see what is happening. The lights are very harsh, so I have to reduce the intensity of some of them. I'll do like 20 for this one. For the lighting, you just have to play um with the numbers to see what best works. Now with lighting, that is not all. We have something we call HDRIs. They are usually like a panoramic environment image, which you put inside the work to make it feel more realistic. So I think I downloaded some time back, but I'm not too sure. But then let's just check online. There is a site called Polygon Haven. So for the work to feel more realistic, HDRIs also counts. Now, I don't know. This is like a studio kind of image. So we look for Studio HDRI and download.
Okay, so which means the ADRIs, the ones you'll be choosing, it depends on what about thing you are doing.
Yes, if it's an environment something, you can go with something that has an environment scene inside it. So these are how like HDRIs look like. Uh, I don't know. I'm not feeling any of these, but then let me go with this. So you can download in the size which you want, 4K, 2K, 1K, 8K, 16K. The highest that I can go with to help me and my machine, and the render time is 4K. So I download. Now, whilst we wait for it to download, the next thing we are going to do is to bring in a sky. The sky is going to help us place the HDRI inside it. So if it was an outside scene, we could have gotten like an actual sky with the sky option. But now, what because it is an inside work, we want to replace the sky with an HDRI. So in the attributes panel, with the first option type, we click on it and then we have options. Then the last one says shader or HDRI. So I'll click on that. And now go and then look for my HDRI, drag it and then come and then put it here where it says shader. I'll just put it here and then say a yes to it. So this is what we get when we add the HDRI to it. We can lower the intensity of the HDRI and as
Please,
well,
please can you go back to the placing of the HDRI a little, just a little.
okay. So when we selected the HDRI, we will put the HDRI into shader. So it's either you click and drag and come and drop, or you click on this folder here and it will take you to
The folder thing.
here. Yes, then you select and then say a yes to it. And then now your HDRI is in your scene. The image looks
Oh,
very
okay.
harsh. It looks very harsh. So we have to still adjust the lighting. We can lower
Okay.
the HDRI or probably leave the HDRI at 1 and then do with the light. So I'm going to go off the camera and then adjust my lights. You can also increase the lights if you want. So usually I go out at most it's either 4 lights I use or 3. I just decrease the lights. Let's see. It's still harsh, so I think that we can still reduce the intensity for the HDRI. I have a different way of lighting a scene though. If I feel this is too harsh because the bottle is metallic, in um a physical setting for photography, they would have probably diffused the light with something covering the light. But this way, I'll rather go for a plane and then put a luminance on it. So we've tried this, it's still harsh. So the next thing we can do, let me reduce this one and see. Or for the lighting, you have to adjust it to your preference. It's still harsh. So I'll probably do away with all the lights and leave the HDRI. Then now go for a plane. Go to the primitive side and then go for a plane. Then rotate it. When you hold shift, it will snap to um 90 degrees for you. Then reduce and then take it back. Then go and create a material, corona material. Go to legacy. No, go for light and then click on it. Now with the light, I can increase the intensity of the light to like 5 to see. Then put it on to the plane. But it looks like I have to rotate the plane because the light is looking the other direction. So I'll hold on shift, then rotate it. Then give it a tag and then put in the bottle. Okay, this is messy. So this one you have to do like manual rotation. I will reduce the intensity of the lights. Then okay, copy and then rotate. The the tag was missing the direction of the plane. So this one I went and the manual way of copying and rotating it. Or if possible, let me check something. Reduce the reflection of this thing.
The bottle itself.
So yes, go and then increase the glossiness, and then I think I'll like this. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I feel this one is better. Then copy the lights again and then rotate it to the front. Now,
Hello.
yeah, Nana.
Um, so you when you are done with the as in the composition and everything, I will let you um, recreate the material you use for the bottle color itself, like how you achieve the metal and the color. Again, because I realized when you were doing at a point, it all became just silver before you went back and the blue color came back. But
Yeah,
that interface looked different from where the diffuse thing was at originally. Hope you get it.
yeah, yeah.
So the trick behind that thing is what I want clarity on, so that you grab
Okay.
it. Well, yeah, yeah. This one looks better. Looks better. Very nice.
So I think I'll do one more for the lights for the top. Yes. So at this point, we need to give the a background to our plane. I'm not
Yes.
too sure what color to give it. So create another material and
Give it a yellow.
hey, yellow pan.
Ah, yellow.
Let me try this and see. Oops, this is too dark. Well, let's go with your yellow and see.
Some kind of like uh, orange kind of that kind of thing. I don't know how to.
Okay, so um, let me check something.
I know you are thinking like a photographer. Me, I'm not a photographer. That's why.
You should think like a photographer. That is when you do the work. People will feel like, oh wow, this looks real.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I get it. I get that thing.
Yes. So, so at this point,
Mm-hmm.
the bottle looks too lonely. Okay, so I think the last thing, this is basically the work. You just have to adjust it out so you feel like, okay, this is what I want to really
Yeah, the way
end
it's
up
looking
with.
is yeah.
So Corona thankfully has an asset library. So we can grab one or two things and then come and put inside. So you click on Corona, then you go to Cosmos browser. You click on it. This one you have to register with your Gmail account.
Okay.
So we have this comes with the general things. So you can just and these ones are already texted. When you download, it goes straight into Cinema 4D textured, so you don't have to worry about texturing. This they also have textures here. So if you want to use any of them, we have car paints, we have I don't know what these ones are. Fabric. We have fabric. So you can download any of these and then go and drop it. We can even change the background into a cloth, fabric or something.
Oh, I see.
Mm.
It's like they
So
have really upgraded things. Oh.
let me download one. Let's see.
They have really upgraded things.
Yeah. For probably the next time
Interesting.
for Frank, I know that you would like to use this for probably
Mm.
text 3D text for some of your designs or something. Next time we can look at green text. So I want to change the background. I'll just click and drag and then replace it inside this. So this is what we have. What kind of texture is this? Anyway, let me see if I can. Okay, I've changed it to cube and then this is what we got. Oh, I don't know if it works. Just let me see. I'll just go and grab um what do you call it? Accessories. I don't know something that has flowers in it, a flower vase or something. And come and put at the corner. Let me just type flower. Let's see.
Or flower pot.
Flower pot. Oh, the flower pot it is giving is weird.
Oh, I think white this one like
Wait,
yeah these ones. I think one of them will be okay.
let me download them. Maybe I'll see something different. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go for this.
For which one?
This one.
Okay, okay.
Then click on this button and then it will go straight into Cinema 4D.
Which button, please?
There is a green button, this one,
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
and then it's already here. So I just have to
Ah,
place
oh,
it
it's
here.
nice. Uh,
Place it
very
well and
nice.
see. I'm not too sure of the direction, but then let me go back and check. Well, I have to change the background again. I don't like, and probably add a depth of field to the whole scene. So with my camera, I'll select my camera and make the bottle the focus. So I'll drag to this place. Focus objects is my bottle. Then with the camera, we have um an orange camera icon attached to it. That is for Corona. I click on it and then go to DOF, depth of field, and then enable it, enable this one too. So now we'll go back to the camera settings, and then the f-stop will decrease the f-stop. So let me do like 2, and then we are already seeing the bottle, the flower vase already bled out. Now this is a preview render. So if we want to get a high res, we can go back to the render
The
settings,
render setting.
go back and key in the 300. If your machine is good, you can go ahead and key the highest number. Then stop it, stop the rendering. This is the stop. We stop it, then restart again.
Things are talking.
With the rendering too, you can, when you are done with everything, you can even use the
Mhm.
native render, which is the middle camera option. Click on it. And then
Okay.
right now, if you click on it, you are telling the machine that you are done.
Yeah,
So
you
it
should
will
render the
process
thing
it.
out.
But then the rendering for Corona, there's something called passes. So the passes is like at which level or which number should it get to, that you will tell it, okay, this is okay for me. So you can stop at this number. Unless if you don't give it a number, it will render wobɛtena wo sɛ adeɛ no render wie, but you didn't give it a number. So currently
Because
rendering pass
I
of
noticed
two.
that thing.
We have a rendering pass of 2, and then it's not looking okay. So we can probably stop it and then go to the render settings and then go to Corona here. The pass limit, I can give it like 15. So the moment the number gets to 15 is stopped, that means your rendering is done. And the last thing I want to do is denoising. So there is denoising in this part. We click on it and then go to Corona High Quality. Click on it and then we are done. Let me see.
Mhm.
So now we hit on render again and wait for it to catch the 15. So we have 1 over 15. So until you get 15 over 15, which means it's not yet done. So render 1, 2, 3 up to 15, and then
Oh,
you're done.
okay.
So when you save the work, you can go to Photoshop and then do a little bit of color correction to help the work look good. So this is basically 3D.